Hey guys, it's me, it's Billy here on Billy's RC, and today's video, I actually got back from Austin today, so I thought I would make a video on actually how to clean an RC air filter, because it's very important that you know how to do this, especially for you newbie guys out there who are new to Nitro and kind of want to know how to really take care of your engine and stuff. So this isn't really going to be an engine specific video, but there are plenty of ways to maintain your engine, like putting in after run oil. But today it's going to be about the air filter. So as you guys can clearly see on this car, I took it out recently to a BMX track and it's all dusty, and on that particular day it was very dusty. It wasn't that hard packed that day, but getting off the body underneath, so the chassis actually airbrushed off whenever I got home that day, but I haven't cleaned the air filter since, and it really needs it really bad. So as you guys can see, this air filter is pretty dirty and dusty, and the reason why you would want to run an air filter instead of having no air filter at all, some people think that if you don't run the air filter, your engine will breathe better, which is technically true, but one disadvantage is that you could possibly risk getting dirt and stuff in there, especially if you're running on a very dirty area like I was, or very dusty area like I was. So you really do want to keep that air filter on there. So there are actually, on this particular air filter, there are a couple of layers on it. So there's this top one and there's this bottom one. So if you haven't cleaned your air filter yet and it's been like a while, and if you have like this kind of double layer like this one, just peel it up kind of like this, or just kind of pull it up, and you can see that it is still clean under there. But just for this video, I'm going to unscrew the cap here and clean both of them, just so you can see how I do that. So on this particular model, this is a Losi 8, so it's a Nitro buggy, and on here, this whole assembly right here is actually zip tied, as you can see, because they come off quite easy if you don't put any if you don't put a zip tie on there. They can come off fairly easily. So I mean it's easier to take this little cap off rather than doing that, because it's kind of a pain sometimes to put that zip tie on. But anyway, let's actually get in this thing. So sometimes it'll take, like, usually right now, like, I'll have to take two hands, so I'm going to unscrew that and then take it off and then remove both of them, and I'll show you how we actually clean it. Okay, so we got the cap off, and now it's time to completely remove the air filter. So there you go. And as you can kind of see in there's a little bit of dirt, so we're going to have to clean the inner one as well. So let's actually go learn how to clean this thing now. Okay, so we have the air filter right here, and it's really simple to actually clean these things. Really what you need is just a sink. Plug it up, turn the faucet on, and while that's happening, you can actually take them out, like separate them, so that they can be cleaned individually. Like that. You just kind of submerge them in here and just kind of squeeze them, kind of like a sponge, so you can get some of the dirt out. It's kind of the pre-clean, really. Okay, and now just get some soap. You can use stronger soap if you want. I wouldn't recommend using Simple Green. Just use some regular soap, hand soap like this, or if you want to get really, if you want to get real clean, you can use some dish soap. Just be aware that it takes longer for dish soap to actually get out. If you want to get out all your water, you want to get all your soap out of the air filter before you even take it out of the water. So, and if it's still not like coming off, don't just let it sit in there. If it's been sitting in there for a while and it's still not clean, just take some. Like with this piece, like what I would do, what I usually do, and I stick it like on there, and then I'll push it in like a couple times, and then I'll just kind of fidget around with it in my hands, get nice and soapy. Sometimes I'll even flip it inside out just to clean the inside of it. And then just kind of squeeze it like a sponge on the water. And the same for the other one, the other piece. This is going to be the dirtiest one. I would recommend for this one, I would recommend you turn it inside out so that you can get, like, so whenever you do pump it inside the actual piece, you know, when you do this, you'll be getting the dirty parts and not the clean inside inner part. Use a lot of soap there, but then just put it under water for a second, squeeze, and if you get, and when your sink gets full, you can turn it off. So you don't need constant new water. So this is looking pretty clean, but this, remember guys, this is only the inside of it. So I guess after you dunk it under water a few times, you can flip it inside out or right side out, and it will be a little bit cleaner. So pretty much after this, what you're going to want to do is you might want to put in more soap. If it's dish soap, then you don't have to. If it's only hand soap, I recommend putting some more in. But while you have like this standing water, just like kind of fidget with them underwater so that they can really push out all the dirt. Like, look how clean this is getting. It might not look like it, but trying to make it dry as possible. It's definitely significantly less. So yeah. So I'll get back to you guys whenever I actually have these completely clean. Okay, so now that you've taken them out of the water, and you're probably wondering now, how can you actually dry these? It's fairly simple actually. All you really need is a paper towel, a dry paper towel. Put them on their sides and press down on them in multiple areas. Because if you press down in the same area, they might reabsorb the water. And it's better to do like this. Now, after a few times, they should be fairly dry. I can't really tell on video, but it is definitely drier than it was just now. But same goes to the other one. Press down in multiple places. You don't want the water reabsorbing. I wouldn't recommend using a heat gun because it's a little hot on these. Remember, it's only a sponge really. So, you know, just keep doing that a few times until you feel that they are completely dry. Okay, so now that your air filter is completely dry and you've cleaned it out, obviously, the last bit of pointers I'm going to point out is, for one, you don't actually have to run air filter oil. It's seriously just optional. If you want your air filter to run, or if you want your engine to breathe better, I guess, you can put on some air filter oil. But for me personally, I don't do it because it doesn't, I have really never seen a big difference in change. I mean, there probably is a big difference in change. I just choose not to do it. So yeah, but if you don't have any air filter oil, this is just fine as it is. So yeah, let's slide it on. And you won't actually damage your engine, or your engine will last a little bit longer now that you've cleaned your air filter. So yeah. And once again, guys, cleaning air filter is actually very, very important for the life of your air filter, and just keeping up with your RC engine. So I'm gonna put the cap on real quick, and I'll finish up with a couple notes. Okay, so now that your air filter is on, the process is completed. You have completely cleaned your air filter out, and it is ready for another day of racing. So just to reiterate something, guys, you don't have to put on air filter oil necessarily, but it does help in the long run, I guess. Also, I would recommend you clean your air filter when you notice it getting dirty, or if you want to go by like a weekly basis, I guess you can do it like every week. It depends on how often you use your Nitro car, though. If you run it in like very dusty conditions, definitely clean it at least every couple of days. Or if you don't really use it that much at all, you can clean it every week. And if you rarely ever use your Nitro car, you can clean it every month, I guess. I mean, you know, it all just comes down to how often you use it and what kind of terrain or surface that you're running on. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.